Hello and welcome to another installment of Education Week.
Education. I don't like bananas.
This is part 2 to my being 18 vegan series. You can watch the first video right here. One of the biggest problems with having gluten allergies and nuts allergies and being vegan is the fact that a lot of vegan foods, like I talked about in my last video, have seitan or seitan or however it's pronounced, and that is wheat protein. So a lot of those things, a lot of those faux meats and stuff I don't eat, and I mean they really aren't that good for you anyway, which I spoke about in my last video. But I mean, even if I would want to try it, I have no idea what that tastes like because I can't eat it. And then I see a lot of videos on YouTube for raw vegan recipes, and whenever they make pies, or it's usually pies, but anything that really requires a crust, they use nuts. And then when they make cheese sauces, they make it from cashews. And I actually have a really great recipe on how to make your own cheese at home with no cashews, so I'll definitely make a video for that in the future. But it's really simple, and yeah, so there's cars outside. I think it's the fire truck or something. I mean, the garbage truck. Yeah. So those are, two things, but I don't think it's very difficult at all. So my allergies happen to be life-threatening. Most of them happen to be life-threatening, which simply means that my allergies happen to be life-threatening, which simply means that if those things were to get into my system, it would go ploosh, and I'd be splattered all over the walls. Okay, not exactly, but I would start breaking out, and I have asthma, so it would trigger my asthma, and I won't be able to breathe, and I'll break out in hives, and eventually go into anaphylactic shock if I don't get any medicine, or if the medicine is not effective, and then lights out. So it's kind of a serious deal, but I mean, it's serious, but at the same time, it's not necessarily difficult. I think it's all about your insight and the outlook that you have on your situation, and that you can choose to make things difficult, or you can choose to understand them and learn to live with them. So yeah. Now hopefully you haven't found yourself in the predicament that you've gone vegan, but you have a ton of allergies. I'm going to talk about that today. Eggs, well, dairy, nuts, walnuts, cashews, peanuts, sweet peas, corn, barley, pollen, cat dander, dog dander. How did I miss that? Gluten, wheat gluten. Honestly, I'm not allergic to a whole lot of things. I just happen to be allergic to all the things that they put in practically everything. I think it sounds like an interesting topic, but to me it really isn't that complicated. I think it's rather simple. It's just the problem is that other people don't take it very seriously, and then it becomes complicated to them. It becomes like a burden, but honestly it really isn't. Like, yes, I'm allergic to a lot of things, and yes, on top of that I'm vegan, which makes you logically think in your mind that there is a small portion of stuff that you can eat, which really isn't true. You eat brown rice pasta, for bread, there's rice bread. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of rice bread, but it's a substitute that there is. I'm allergic to dairy, so they have soy milk, almond milk. I can't eat that because I'm allergic to nuts. If people are allergic to dairy, there's soy milk, almond milk, cashew milk, coconut milk. I can't eat eggs. They have a vegan egg yolk now that I've seen. I forgot what it's called. I think it's called the veg or something like that. It's a vegan egg yolk, which is really cool. It's vegetable protein, it looks just like the yellow of a vegan. I mean, the yellow of an egg. So it's really, and there's egg replacers for baking and things like that. So, I mean, I feel like a lot of people who have allergies, or a lot of people who are vegan or vegetarian, other people like to negate the fact that they have allergies or are vegan. They say stuff like, oh, you can't eat this, you can't eat that, you can't wear this, or you can't do this because it has this in it. You know, stuff like that. And you can look at it that way if you want to, but I don't look at being vegan or having allergies in that perspective. Because, okay, I might not be able to eat this in the sense that I might die, but there's so many other things that are available that I can eat and that are vegan. So there's like a wide range thing. I'm not allergic to many vegetables. I'm only allergic to like one vegetable, which I mentioned before. So, and peas. So other than corn and peas, there are so many vegetables I haven't even heard of. Vegetables that don't grow here. Like, there is a wide range of vegetables and so many different dishes that can be made out of vegetables and fruits. So I don't feel limited at all. Like, you think in your mind, like, I see all these different like fruits and vegetables on Instagram that I have never ever heard of, and I'm just like, mind blown. You really have to try and get out of your little box. I mean, even if you can't afford to go out and like get all these strange different vegetables and fruits and whatnot. I mean, even with the regular fruits and vegetables that you can get from the grocery store, you can create a lot of dishes with that. I made cauliflower hot wings, and I'll insert a picture here. And they look like hot wings. They look like real chicken wings. And no, they don't have the texture of meat, but they taste a lot like chicken. Like, I'm serious. I remember what hot wings taste like, and basically, hot wings taste like the sauce that you put on the chicken wings. It's not necessarily the meat, it's the taste. Oh, you can't eat meat, you can't eat that. The amount of the amount of meat and dairy products that there are will never surpass the amount of vegetables and fruits and grains and nuts, even though I can't eat nuts, and nuts that there are on this planet that are edible. So I believe I have gotten everything I wanted to say out. But I will definitely be making another video showing you how to make that vegan cheese without any cashews, because I think it's really good. And I'll definitely make a video for the cauliflower hot wings. So those are delicious. But there's a recipe on my blog, so you can read it right here. My blog is right here. Just go to the recipes section and you can go to the blog section. Just go to the blog section of my website, and you will get all the recipes for all the foods that I put up there. And don't forget to follow me on all of my links, which will be in the down bar. And yeah, until next time.